Wait, you thought I was going left? No, sorry, man. I was staying right. I don't know what you saw, but I saw your death with this MFO.
Oh! What the fuck did
What? So stupid! Are you fucking kidding me?
Teamfight Tactics is the new kid on the block, who also happens to be the biggest.
7.5k damage.
The one that came out last, and is doing to auto battlers what Fortnite did to Battle Royale. The one that could transform auto chess into a bona fide esport.
I am so excited. I've played this mode way too much, and I can't wait to finally get to cast. I think this is the first official cast ever.
This is the story of a game that showed up late to the party and stole the spotlight.
Wait, I lose. Oh, and you guys thought I was gonna lose that.
The story of Twitch's latest obsession.
Oh, fucking melt him, Garen. Dude, Garen's fucking, this unit smurfs, dude.
The story of Teamfight Tactics. Several weeks after League of Legends' newest game mode, Teamfight Tactics, was launched on the game's public beta environment, it's become one of the biggest games on Twitch. But this isn't news. Streamers have been fiending this thing since the day it came out. From the biggest names in League of Legends...
Woohoo! Hey, it emoted for me. Alright, who's gonna win? I got a great feeling about this. I have too many melees.
to CCG authorities.
Oh, I'm gonna tie and I'm gonna lose. Oh no!
TFT has quickly solidified itself as the hottest auto chess variant on the market. It's also the first game Riot's released since League of Legends launched back in 2009.
Look, they're not going to say it, but I will. They're essentially announcing a new game. That game is Teamfight Tactics, and if you are very familiar or if you've heard of auto chess, it is basically Riot's take on auto chess.
The biggest thing that TFT had going for it was that it's, well, League. Riot's flagship IP continues to boast an estimated 100 million players, and an auto chess variant that utilizes League's established lore, items, champions, and spells was always going to be a recipe for success.
TFT is our take on the emerging auto battler subgenre, with some new aspects we think make for a uniquely League experience.
The thing that is surprising is that of all the auto battlers on the market, Riot's brand new game is being hailed as the best of the bunch. Not many people expected the makers of League, a game whose entire purpose was to make Dota more accessible.
League of Legends is attempting to be the answer to those needs that the community is looking for, essentially, looking to solve the pain points of Dota and to appeal to a much wider audience.
To produce the deepest, most streamlined, and competitive version of auto chess.
And there's so much to think about. It's actually really fun. Okay, the game's good. I've decided the game is good.
But it's also the one that came out last, and had zero affiliation with auto chess's original developers. In order to understand Teamfight Tactics, we need to ignore it, and go back to January 2019, where a ragtag group of Chinese and Taiwanese modders who operated under the name of DRODO Studio uploaded a game mode called Dota Auto Chess to Steam. The point of the game was simple. Use currency to buy and draft a carefully selected group of heroes, and watch as they duke it out across a series of chessboards in a battle royale-esque free-for-all.
Nice, and Nig. One more. Nice chain frost. Nice. Another chain frost. Another ending. Yes. Oh baby, we won.
It was turn-based, had zero player input, and actually boasted a considerable amount of detail and strategic depth.
You get to choose units in the preparation phase, and then they fade out. against the other players' creations during the fighting phase.
It spread like wildfire, and it didn't take long for auto chess to go viral. It was fun, easy to understand, surprisingly deep, and offered quick, spectator-friendly games that lent themselves extremely well to streaming.
Let's roll!
Players could utilize chat to help them theorycraft, watch as the selected heroes went at it, and since there was no input required once the combat commenced, were able to experience the action alongside their viewers. The game was a streamer's dream.
Oh, wait, whoa, we had a Reaver. Oh, have you seen this item before? Oh my god, what? No! We can actually make the... First time ever I'm gonna get...
By March, Auto Chess had become a full-blown sensation, amassing over 6 million subscribers. It boasted its own wiki, subreddit, and category on Twitch. There were even reports that certain Chinese companies were trying to trademark the term auto chess, the most notable of which was Tencent, the multi-billion-dollar conglomerate that owns Riot Games. To everyone's surprise, DRODO turned down partnership offers from both Valve and Tencent. DRODO wanted to be the ones to bring the newly popular game genre that they designed to the world. The problem was that everyone else did too. So, while DRODO were off rushing a standalone mobile release to market, Valve announced that they'd received DRODO's blessing to put out their own officially licensed Dota auto chess. They called it Dota Underlords. And then, out of nowhere, Riot stepped in and announced that they'd be releasing their own league-skinned version of what they referred to as an auto-battler.
We have been playing an insane amount of Dota chess in particular. So yeah, this is very heavily inspired by Dota chess. There's a lot of similarities, but there's also a bunch of new things. It is definitely not just a clone or something.
Now, in the case of Valve, DRODO had given them express permission to copy their game. Riot, on the other hand, had simply done with auto chess what Epic Games, the makers of Fortnite, had done with Battle Royale.
Yeah, I mean, I think people will make comparisons till the cows come home. I never say there's better, there's just different. I prefer what I prefer.
It helped that TFT was accessible through League of Legends' existing client. Instead of having to download and install a standalone game like Dota Underlords, TFT was accessible in a client that nearly 100 million people opened every month. If you had so much as an itch to see what all the hype was about, TFT was only a click away. On the surface, it looked as if Riot had done with auto chess what they'd done with Dota All-Stars, as if they'd found a way to capitalize on the success of yet another original and ingenious mod.
Yes, the irony here is hilarious. The fact that Riot's first game, League of Legends, was a take on Dota, and now they're, again, they won't call it a game, but their second game is a take on a Dota 2 custom map.
But Riot added a variety of features and mechanics that made for a cleaner, more compelling auto-battler experience. In addition to boasting better social features, the game implemented more synergies and took the champion selection process to the next level.
It's basically a phase where there's a lot of random units in the middle, and everybody scrambles to pick their favorite run out of the middle, and they all come with their own separate items. It's pretty fun. It reminds me of like a Mario Party game.
It soon became clear that even those who loved the original auto chess, or had little to no interest in League of Legends, loved all of the novelties that Riot's iteration had to offer.
For me, having all the new unit bonuses felt so fresh. Because I know that once the game launches, everyone is going to be in the exploration phase again, where we're trying to figure out what units are really good and what synergies are good and all that stuff is super cool.
But the biggest thing TFT has going for it is its competitive infrastructure. In addition to finally providing auto chess enthusiasts with a real ladder to climb.
You know, Dota Auto Chess right now does not really support ranked because we have to make our own lobbies and stuff. If If Riot does a TFT ranked mode and it has like actual ranking system and the ladder, that would be awesome.
It's a subsidiary of League, the second most played video game in the world, and arguably the biggest esport in existence. Riot's already announced a $125,000 tournament, and people have already started to throw themselves into the game's burgeoning competitive scene.
That's why this group, Group 1, is so stacked.
Yeah.
Because it has Hafu and Dog and Toast and everybody.
Yeah, and so those are like top 100 level players for normal QMMR. Skara and Wreckful are like top 300, which is where I'm at, which is like 2350 MMR.
Chances are that TFT will end up being the thing that truly brings auto chess to the masses. At the same time, Tencent are also behind a mobile version of auto chess called Chess Rush, which allows them to compete with other on-the-go auto battlers, whilst TFT continues its growth on traditional platforms. So how is Teamfight Tactics slated to fare in the war of the auto battlers? Very well, but it's not without its controversy. TFT marks the second time in Riot's history that they've managed to profit off of a pre-existing mod, and DRODO is already struggling to keep up. It's also no secret that Riot aren't the most popular game studio right now.
I have only played Underlords and Auto Chess. I would never support Riot games, so fuck that game.
But in spite of all the drama surrounding Riot and the manner in which TFT came to be, the game is likely to blow both Underlords and the original Auto Chess out of the water. And honestly, there's no reason why it shouldn't. People love it, and Riot's giving it the support that a blossoming esport needs in order to grow.
Wait. You won! We won!
It remains to be seen just how far auto battlers will go, and whether or not they'll have a future in esports. But one thing's for sure. Whether it's a fad or one of gaming's next great generic evolutions, auto chess has gone mainstream, and it's thanks in large part to Teamfight Tactics.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.